Good morning and welcome to Field 1 and Game 3 between the Sarasota Circus and the South Bradenton Skeeters. We are back here at Paul Masola in the FGCL on this Saturday, June 28th. And like I said, it's Game 3, the rubber match, baby, between these two squads, the 2-7 South Bradenton Skeeters and the 2-9 Sarasota Circus. Glad that you're with us. Gray Robertson alongside producer Gracie up here in the booth. And we will guide you through Game 3 of this series. The Circus won Game 1, 8-2. Game 3 went the way of the Skeeters, 12-9. And now here is the starting lineup for the Sarasota Circus. The designated away team this entire series. Leading off is Lauren Fox, the second baseman. Sophia Anderson, the left fielder, bats second. Caroline Johnson is catching, hitting third. Sammy Zelenka, the shortstop, bats fourth. Maddie Dodig is playing third and hitting fifth. Ava Hazard, the first baseman's in the sixth spot. Taylor Davison is the DP, batting seventh. Kennedy McQuillan's in right, hitting eighth. Annalise Bunsey is in the 9-hole, playing center field. And the pitcher today, batting 10th for the Circus, is Allison Wisniewski. They will face in the circle Brooke Steinhorst, who's currently in the portal from Madison. Sophomore last year for Madison, currently looking for a new home. Saw her come in and get the win yesterday. This summer an 11-12 ERA, 2-4 record, 17 innings, 25 hits, 29 runs, 27 earned, 17 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the starting pitcher, Brooke Steinhorst. Now they got the Circus music playing. I think we're all set to go here on Field 1. First of 3. This is the only rubber match on our field. Other 2 games are possible sweeps, fascinatingly enough. Lauren Fox will kick us off with strike 1. Fox out of Syracuse has a couple RBIs here in this series. Overall in the summer, 3 for 22, 136 average. That's off towards where my car would be. 2 RBIs, a double, and 6 runs. The walk total is now at 10, so that's a 406. 406 on base percentage for Lauren Fox. One and 2. Umpires today, we got Greg and Bob. We got the A-team up in here. Hot shot to short. Nice recovery by Riley. And there's the first out. So here is the defense for the Skeeters. You just saw Tegan Riley at short. Adelaide Hawk is in left. Castillo in center. Wes Miller in right. Muller over at third. Riley at short as mentioned. Barton at second. Miller at first. And Weinbarger behind the plate. And in steps Sophia Anderson from UC Davis. She'll take ball 1. Anderson this summer 5 of 22, 227 batting average, a double and 5 runs. She's walked 6 times, so a 393 on base percentage. And she'll get a base hit. Circus cues up the Hallelujah Chorus as the very fast Sophia Anderson stands on first base, and this is why Katie Kistler, the head coach, designed the lineup just like this. Caroline Johnson in the portal right now. But the team leader in batting average will step up. Johnson, 11 of 23, 478 BA, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 4 runs scored. Crucially, she's also only struck out twice. Hit and run, Anderson is easily at second base. Now 2 gone, runner in scoring position for the team RBI leader, Sammy Zelenka. The Florida International Panther trying to get the Circus on the board here in the first. Ball one. Sammy, 11 of 24, 458 average, 13 RBIs, by far leads the team. 2 doubles and 6 runs scored, 533 on base percentage. And she'll smoke it out to center field. Was it caught? No, they'll say it was trapped out in center. Castillo made a great diving effort, but she couldn't quite secure it. And they're on the corners. And that's a bit of a base running snafu because Anderson, for some reason, was holding. She should have been off. That was 2 outs. Should have been off of the crack of the bat. She should have scored. Now Maddie Dodig. Strike one. Dodig out of Binghamton. 8 of 25, 320 average. 4 RBIs, 3 doubles, 7 runs. Tasked with protecting Zelenka in the lineup. 0-2. Runner goes. No throw. Stolen base for Zelenka. And that is her 3rd this summer. Fouled off. Two from Steinhorst. Dodig sends that out to the grass, and that'll sneak between the left and center fielder. Dodig will slide in with a 2 RBI double, and the Circus does indeed strike first as Maddie Dodig continues her tear in this series. 5th and 6th RBIs of the summer. Ava Hazard out to center field. That'll get down. Around third comes Dodig. She's going to score, and it's 3-0. First pitch attack for Ava. It's her 5th RBI this summer. All of a sudden, the Circus starting to string hits together. That's 3 straight. And a good start here in this rubber match. And they're dancing in the dugout. So 2 gone, runner at first, and a first pitch ball to Taylor Davison. Member of the Syracuse Orange, 6 of 26 this summer with a 231 average. 3 RBIs, a double, 5 runs. That got all the way back. 2-0 count on a wild pitch. Puts another runner in scoring position. And ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Taylor Davison. Fourth time she's reached on the old base on balls, and now Kenny McQuillan out of North Florida will try and pass the baton still. She's got an RBI in this series, 4 of 23 on the summer, 174 average. That RBI in game 1 was her first of the summer. On the ground, tough hop for Riley, but she handles it. And the side is retired. But a nice inning for the Circus. 3 runs in, and we go to the bottom of the first here on field 1. Let's get you the starting lineups for the South Bradenton Skeeters, sitting at 2-7 on the summer, here in Game 3 of this series against the Circus. Leading off is the DP Generators. Avery Barton, the second baseman, hits second. Avery Miller, the first baseman, is batting third. Tegan Riley's playing short, hitting fourth. Alexa Muller is at third, batting fifth. Lindsay Chadwick, the ad today, is in the sixth spot. Annalisa Weinbarger, the catcher, is batting seventh. Eva Castillo, the center fielder, hits eighth, with Wes Miller and Hawk right and left field hitting 9th and 10th. And they will face Allison Wisniewski getting the ball, the Tiffin U freshman last year. Wisniewski with a 7.33 ERA this summer, 21 innings, 34 hits, 24 runs, 22 earned, 16 walks and 5 strikeouts, and 0-4 record. She starts off with ball 1 to Generators out of Green Bay. Two and out. Redders hitting .318, 7 of 22 with an RBI, a double, and 6 runs. 400 OBP. And now 3-0. Ball 4. Redders takes a 4-pitch leadoff walk. And now we'll give you the defense for the Circus. Outfield left to right, Anderson, Bunsey, McQuillan. Infield, Dodig at third. Zelinka at short, Fox at second, Hazard at first, Johnson behind the plate, and a first pitch strike to Mercer's Avery Barton, who's been all over it this series. On the summer, hitting .333, 6 of 18, with 2 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 5 runs. She walked 3 times yesterday. That upped her on-base percentage to .538. One. Barton pops it up on the infield. Catch is made by Fox. So now up comes Avery Miller. The Longwood Lancer, who has been an impossible out for most of the summer. Get ready for these numbers after this pitch. Well, we'll read them later because she's on again. First pitch single by Avery Miller. That'll up the .538 batting average and the 700 OBP. Avery Miller. Right now, definitely all-star stuff. Now here's Tegan Riley. First pitch ball to the product of Lynn, Tegan Riley, who's had a couple home runs in this series. All three of her RBIs have come against the Circus. She's 4 of 19, 211 average. 3 ribbies, 2 homers, 4 runs scored. Three and 0. Wisniewski trying to work through a tricky bottom of the first. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. She asked us to get hype, so here she is. Alexa Muller out of Harvard has been a social media savant in regards to this matchup. Go check out the FGCL TikTok, I believe.
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Thank you, producer Gracie. Muller takes it in the dirt. She's also been, Alexa, one of the best players at talking to the camera and talking into the mic and sending out shout-outs, which we all love and appreciate. Muller out to left. That's going to escape the fence. 1-1. Alexa this summer, 4 of 17, 235 batting average with 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. 381 OBP. High, 2-1. Muller out towards right field. That is foul. Wow. The Circus sound effects are also prepared for this matchup.
It's 2-2. We have 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Alexa Muller. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ooh, that is a little high. 3-2. Called strike 3. Wisniewski paints the outer half. Muller was stunned. 2 gone. Morgan Kostler chuckling about it too because it was a tough one. Sometimes all you can do is laugh. Lindsay Chadwick kind of crossed up, inner half, strike 1. The Jacksonville Dolphin Chadwick, 4 of 18 this summer, 222 average with 2 RBIs and a run. Popped up. That might land on the tent that those people just put up. 1 and 2. Didn't. It was just beyond. Two and two. Another full count. Wisniewski is throwing a lot of pitches as I look at Gracie. 24. This is 25 this inning. The 3-2. Got her. Wisniewski gets a pair of strikeouts to close out the first, and the Skeeters leave them loaded. 3-0 Circus going to the second. There goes Katie Kistler, the head coach for the Sarasota Circus. Former Florida Gator. Also a member of the Florida Vibe. Trying to win this series with 9-10-1 due up. Ball one to Annalise Bunsey. Bunsey portaling from Thomas. We have been informed she has found a new home, but not official yet, so I will not announce it. Or at least I haven't confirmed it with her. Bunsey has some RBI work here in this series on the summer. 7 of 24. 292 average with 7 ribbies, 3 doubles, and 2 runs. These are two of the statistically more struggling offenses in the FGCL. As Bunsey sends that out to right. In foul ground, catch made. But through 2 games, Circus put up 17 runs. Skeeters have put up 14. A lot of hits. Now with 1 gone, here's the pitcher, Allison Wisniewski. 3 of 18 at the plate this summer, 167 average. 3 RBIs and 3 runs. Back to the circle, handled by Steinhorst, 2 down. Some light rain has begun to fall, but nothing of concern as we go back to the top of the order. Lauren Fox grounded out in the first inning. Well hit out towards left. That's tracking all the way to the fence. And Fox is going to hustle to second with a 2-out double. Hawk was playing a little more shallow out in left field, and Fox just barreled that bad boy up. That's her second double here this summer, and immediately, all of a sudden, after 2 quick outs, a runner in scoring position for Sophia Anderson, who takes strike 1. Sophia singled and scored in the first. No RBIs here this summer for Anderson. But Fox has good speed, so if she gets one to the grass, I like the odds. Plenty of continued shenanigans over in the first base coaching box for the Circus. Anderson, a blooper. That will be caught by Hawk. Adelaide Hawk on the run. Saves a run. And the diving catch will end the inning. To the bottom of the second we go here on field 1. Bottom of the second, the Skeeters will try and get on the board, trailing 3-0. 7, 8, 9 due up. Weinbarger, Castillo, and Westmiller. Annalisa Weinbarger has been a menace and a fiend here in this series. 2 home runs yesterday for the player out of Winthrop. Give you her full numbers after this pitch from Wisniewski. Weinbarger looking to go yard again, 0-2. And Elisa, 9 of 24, 375 average, 7 RBIs, 3 homers, a double, 5 runs, 423 on base percentage. But down 0-2. Waited and fouled it. Weinbarger, that'll dip out to right. An 0-2 base hit. Annalisa Weinbarger continues her torrid form in this 3-game series. Chadwick's going to come out and run for Weinbarger. And I'll bring up Ava Castillo. As per usual, we want you to be part of the show, so you can hit me up on Twitter at Gray, Gray_Robertson. We'll read your messages. I say that now because we've heard a lot from Holly Castillo. So Ava fouls that off. Four of 26, 154 average with an RBI and 3 runs for Ava. And down 0-2. Ooh, that comes in and hits her on an 0-2. Oh, man. Talk all the time about the cardinal sins of pitching. An 0-2 hit by pitch is like top 4. It's on the Mount Rushmore of things you can't do. And now options abound for Kate Westmiller. Longwood Lancer had a hit yesterday. That was high and M, 1-0. Westmiller 3 of 24, 125 average with 2 runs scored. Lifted towards center. Bit of a run, but Buncey's there for the first out. Adelaide Hawk, though, had a great, capital G great game 2. And she smokes it out to center, but Buncey is waiting. Man, a 3-for-5 game 2 for Hawk. And she was trying to tie this up. But now 2 gone. Back to the top of the order with Jenna Redders, who walked and was stranded at third in the first. That got through. Both runners will move up. Good job by Redders holding the line. Now 2 in scoring position for the leadoff hitter. Wisniewski trying to get another scoreless frame up on her ledger. Redders out towards center. Buncey will track it down. And 3 straight F8s will end the inning after the first 2 reached. Circus up by 3 after 2. After 2, 3-0 Circus. Game 3. Circus took game 1. Skeeters won game 2. Here we are on Saturday, looking to wrap it up. The folks from the Big Top will send up one of their RBI producers. Johnson, Zelinka, Dodig, 3, 4, 5. So if Johnson can set the table, you've got the two, at least driving in runs-wise, most productive hitters on the team. Foul ball, 1-1. Caroline Johnson currently in the portal from Queens out of Clemens, North Carolina, redshirt sophomore last year for Queens. Out towards center and right at the waiting arms of Ava Castillo. That's 4 straight randomly F8s in this game. 1 away. And speaking of Ava Castillo, who made the catch, Holly tweeting in, thanks for the shout out. That hurt. I think talking about Ava getting hit on the 0-2. Ooh, watch out. That just didn't come out right from Steinhorst to Sammy Zelinka. Sammy singled and scored in the first. RBI leader for the Circus. They should play the Phineas and Ferb song. 2-0. Zelinka powers that out towards center, but we're going to have another F8. 5 straight flyouts to center in this game. Here in today's edition of Gray's Weird Stat Things. Let's see if there will be 6 in a row, or if Maddie Dodig can turn the tide. She's got a 2 RBI double already. That was a big hit back in the first to get the scoring started. Later came around to score. That is off the glove of the second baseman, Barton, who made a good leaping effort. 2-out single. And 2 for 2 day for Maddie Dodig. That does end the F8 streak. Oh well. Ava Hazard, an RBI single in the first. And she's going to get it through the 5-6 hole. 2 more hits for the Circus. The one thing missing for the Sarasota Circus this summer. Home runs. 0 as a team. Oh my. Taylor Davison almost said, Gray, you're wrong. But that was foul. Davison walked in the first. Yeah, you look at the home run totals in the FGCL. Entering today, Aquanauts with 11. Circus 0, Impact 6, Finns 2, 10 for the Nears, 13 for the Queens, 10 for the Rivermocks, 6 for the Rodeo, 5 for the Sea Cows, 6 for the Skeeters, 15 for the Slice, 10 for the Squeeze. And by the way, for the Nears, 10 as a team, 7 have been from Sydney Lamont, but none for the Circus. Is today the day? I'm going to look at producer Gracie and make a prediction. I think the Circus will hit a home run in this game. I do. That's what the vibes tell me. 3-1. Ball 4. Bases loaded. After 2 flyouts, a single, and a walk, has set the table for Kennedy McQuillan. Fielder's choice. Her first time up. This pitch is hit out to left, and on the run making the catch is Adelaide Hawk. The second time she's had to make a play in left to end an inning. And the bases loaded moment is missed by the Circus. Skeeters coming back up, down 3.
You better get your nana or not.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Brewster Gracie got jokes. First pitch misses end. Avery Barton. It's Barton, Miller, Riley. Avery popped out to second in the first inning. Excuse me. 2-0 count. Allison Wisniewski has danced out of danger a couple times. Both teams have left a now combined 11 runners on base through 2.5 innings. Barton pops it up. This will be exact same spot. Fox makes the catch. Now Avery Miller. She'll take ball 1. Singled her first time up. So let me do a little math if I can now. That means Miller is now hitting 571. And the OBP, I'll let Tom figure that out later. It's north of 700 is what it is what it is. Ooh, almost got hit, 3-0. On the 3-0, that's a nice snare at short and a great throw from Zelenka. 2 down. Boy, that took a wicked jump like many have over at short, and Zelenka was able to snare it. And here's Tegan Riley. She walked in the first. Rain's starting to come down a little bit heavier now. Just a morning shower. Nothing too absurd. Sent foul, 1-1. Two and one. Might just be off and on rain for long portions of the morning. As Riley sends that high out to center field. 1-2-3 inning for Allison Wisniewski. And we go to the fourth, 3-0 Circus. Pitching change for the Skeeters as Grace Rourke, the Mercer Bear, enters in the ballgame here in the fourth inning. Rourke struggled a good bit in game 2, starting off against Bunsey. She went 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and a K. On the summer, Rourke with a 2.47 ERA, no results, 22 2/3 innings, 23 hits, 14 runs, 8 earned, 9 walks, and 14 strikeouts. And that's lined over to first for the first out. As Bunsey drops to 0 for 2 in this game, and here's Wisniewski, who grounded out in the second. The starter, Steinhorst, goes 3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Here's the Circus starter, Wisniewski. Slow roller to third, 2 down. Other defensive changes. Speaking of third, that's Lindsay Chadwick over there now. As Alexa Muller has moved to the and the new shortstop is Jenna Redders. Tegan Riley now the DP. Back to the top with Lauren Fox. 1 for 2 with a ground out and a double. That leaks in for ball 1. Yeah, right now, here at the field, just kind of that annoying rain. Picked at third, Chadwick. How about a 1-2-3 top of the fourth? Skeeters have started to bear down. The first clean inning for Skeeters pitching. And we'll see if their offense can get rolling when we come back. Alexa Muller will lead off and take ball 1. She struck out looking earlier. It's Muller, Chadwick, and Weinbarger. As the Skeeters try and string something together. Left the bases loaded in the first. Left 2 on in the second. Now Muller with a roller to second. Fox is there, and there's the out. And you can see all the cameras right there on that angle. As Lindsey Chadwick steps in. Action all over the place. Including, by the way, over on field 2. Scoreboard update, top of the third. The Impact has a 3-0 lead on the Finns, but the Finns have loaded the bases with 2 outs against Lily Parrish. There's Lindsey Chadwick, who struck out in the first. Ball 1. Lily Parrish still very much in contention for awardsy things. We'll have, I think the calendar, the way it's going to work is that last week, All-Stars will be announced after the Sunday games. And then we'll have awards. Late strike there, 1-1. We'll have awards. The awards discussion will happen after all the regular season games are done. We're not going to do that junk of, oh, pick it on Monday when there are Tuesday games. Nope. We will wait for all the evidence and then make a choice on awards. And you'll have all the usual stuff. MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, People's Choice, Coach of the Year, Home Run Queen. Chadwick held off, 3-1. Tom and I will be mainly making those decisions, although we're going to bring in Gracie and Sarah Beth and some of the others who've watched all these games. We're all going to have a discussion. That's ball 4. Chadwick draws the free pass. That's her first walk drawn this summer. Annalisa Weinbarger. Two home runs yesterday, a single today. That one's flared, and Fox makes the catch. Which brings up Ava Castillo, who's hit by a pitch in the second. Bunted right at third, and Dodig couldn't handle it, and Chadwick will go first to third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs after the E5. Up comes Kate Westmiller. She flew out to center in the second. Skeeters trying to get on the board. Chadwick's at third base. Castillo will take off and nary a glance from Johnson behind the plate. And 2-0 on Westmiller. Three and out. As a 4-pitch walk to load him up again. Circus went with the Law and Order. Chung chung. Why? Because this is a situation. Adelaide Hawk flew out to center in the second. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Best chance for the Skeeters since the first inning. Hawk entered today hitting .250 with 3 RBIs. Had a 3-hit game on Friday. Two and one. Three and one. Bretters awaits on deck. Wisniewski has to find a strike. Nowhere to put Hawk. That's ball 4, and that will bring in the first run of the day. These will be unearned runs because of the error. But now the tying run is in scoring position for Jenna Redders, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out. Oh my. Talk about out in front. 0 and 1. On the ground towards third, handled, and that'll be the inning. Bragg cut it off, and Hazard made a nice play to get up there and get the out, limiting the damage to just a run. The Skeeters do leave them loaded, but it's 3-1 after 4. Top 5, 3-1 Circus over the Skeeters. And Riley Stinson will start things off. 2-3-4 due up for the Circus. Yeah, first pitch ball to Stinson. Bunch of changes coming, so stay tuned as Riley Stinson battles Grace Rourke. Jammed over to short. Long throw from Redders in time. There's Caroline Johnson, who's 0 for 2. Strike one from Rourke. Ground out and a fly out for the Portaler, who's now the DP. As Davison becomes the catcher. Chase slowing in, 1-2. Really like Rourke's drop ball. Really like it. Johnson to Redders. Another good one. 2 away. Peyton Bragg gets her first plate appearance of the day. Takes ball 1. Bragg from Oklahoma Baptist, 5 of 24 this summer, 208 average. Head 2-0. 2 RBIs, a double, 2 runs. She has walked 5 times, so 345 OBP. That one fouled away down the right field line. 2-1. Three and one. Bragg seems, as I've watched her this weekend and a few other times, very secure in her zone. You know, she always seems to kind of know what she's looking for. That time she got on top of the drop. Over to second, 1-2-3 inning again for Rourke. Grace Rourke in relief has been remarkably sharp. And the Skeeters now will look for runs. 3-0, or I should say 3-1 Circus here on Field 1. Here we are on the bottom of the 5th. Skeeters trying to climb back 3-1, and Fia Zelenka is going to come into pitch. Got a Southeastern University. Facing 2-3-4, Barton, Miller, and Riley. That one fouled away. Barton's 0 for 2 with a couple pop outs to second. Give you Fia's line in just a moment. I'll stay foul, 1 and 2. 3.92 ERA, 2-1 record, 25 innings, 27 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 12 walks, 34 Ks. Wisniewski gave the Circus a great start. And I was talking to Katie Kistler yesterday after that 12-9 loss to the Skeeters, and she had the talk that I think a lot of coaches at the college level have with their players. And it's one of my personal favorite talks, where she straight up said, do better. I mean, and she specifically said, pitchers, we gave y'all 9 runs. That's enough. And so what did the Circus done? Well, responded with 1 run allowed through 4. And now the ace out in the circle to try and close the deal. That's over the head of a shortstop as Bragg tried to get up there and make a catch. Leadoff single for Barton. She's 1 for 3, and there is a base runner for the Skeeters here in the 5th. For Avery Miller, 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out. She's been the toughest out. I think the toughest out in the league. 0-1. I'll pull it up right now. But entering today, let's see where she was in OBP. Yeah. Avery Miller entered today leading the FGCL in on-base percentage at 700. Next up is Taya Charlton, arguably the front runner. 1 of 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. I almost hit her, 2-1. We are in an interesting award scenario where Sydney Lamont is on the Pioneers, and they currently sit in 11th place, but she's putting up the best offensive numbers of anybody, power-wise. She leads the league in homers and is tied for the league and lead in RBIs. So there's a possibility we could be working in a Lamont Offensive Player of the Year, Taya Charlton MVP situation. All to be discussed in the next few weeks. Called strike 3. Zelenka freezes Miller for the first out of the inning. You want to talk about a rarity. That's the second time Avery Miller struck out this year. First pitch ball to Tegan Riley. A walk and a fly out on her card here today. That change is really good. 1-1. Fia Zelenka, 2025 Sun Conference Pitcher of the Year at Southeastern U. Last season for Southeastern, through 139 and 2/3 innings, had a 17-4 record and a 1.30 ERA. She was remarkable. And she has stepped up for the Circus at times this summer. And there's a lot to work with, too. She's got tools, which I like. The change is good. And on a 2-2, I think I'm going there. She does. There's the strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. And with 2 gone, Alexa Muller. Alexa's 0 for 2. Takes it high for ball 1. High and tight, 2-0. Alexa, the member of the Harvard Crimson. Trying to get some 2-out production for the Skeeters. There's a strike, 2-1. 2-2. Change in the dirt. Let's see. 2-2. Got her! Fia Zelenka. Go on with your bad self. 3 straight Ks to end the inning. And we go to the 6th. 3-1 Circus. Shut up. Yes. Oh, no. You're going to ask me to be an athlete? Caitlin Clark will start off for the Circus with a sharp foul ball. 5, 6, 7, Clark, Hazard, and Davison. Caitlin from Bridgewater State, 1 of 20 this summer with a run scored. She has walked twice. She grounds that to short. Busy day for Redders since she came in. There's the first out. Bring up Ava Hazard, who's 2 for 2. A pair of singles and an RBI. Grace Rourke. It's strike 1, working on her 3rd inning of relief. She's faced the minimum. And Redders, another great stop. The throw to first is not going to be in time. Off the bag, so that'll be an E3. Umpire signaled off the bag. All right, we've discussed. We're giving Hazard the infield single. It was a great effort by Redders, but... Oh, Davison! That's well hit out to left. In the blink of an eye. 2 on, 1 out. So yeah, we're giving Hazard the hit. 3 for 3 day. Now Davison is 1 for 1 and has been on 3 times. And Candy McQuillan, who's hit into a fielder's choice and flown out, has her first RBI shot with fewer than 2 outs on the board. Strike 1 from Rourke. One and 1. Have a 2-1. Misses low and in. 3-1. Full count. Tough personal news. My water bottle is empty. I just had to refill it. Typically, I can, use this the whole day, but we got through 5 1/3 in game 1. It's gonna be oh man. I'm gonna need to go to the store. Payoff from Rourke. High chopper. Rourke almost stumbled. Good recovery and 2 gone with both runners moving up. That was all types of trouble for a moment. And here's Annalise Bunsey, who's 0 for 2 with a foul out and a line out. One and 0. Katie Kistler hoping that her team can add to the lead here in the 6th. Best shot they've had against Rourke. To third. And the throw to first. That was with 2 out, so Chadwick, I think for a moment forgot that. But no harm, no foul. Inning over. 2 left stranded by the Circus as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And now a special announcement from Harvard Rising second year Alexa Muller.
First, I want to say hi, Mom, hi, Dad. I'm sorry, not a great performance by me. Second, Coach Denny, if you're watching this, I will be better, I promise. This is not my best showing. I'll come back better. Thank you.
Bottom 6. Three 1. Circus over the Skeeters. Due up 6, 7, 8. Chadwick, Weinbarger, and Castillo. Against Fia Zelenka, who struck out 3 in her first inning of relief after a leadoff single. And she'll start with strike 1 on Lindsay Chadwick, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Allison Wisniewski got the start. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 5 walks, and 2 Ks. And now Zelenka has come in to try and slam the door. Stays alive, 0-2. Weinbarger's on deck, so she's going to come up as the tying run. Lindsay Chadwick with a single just over the head of Fox. And this is, I think, the opportunity right here for the Skeeters. Annalisa Weinbarger, the home run hitter, 2 in this series, 3 on the year. 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out in this game. Held off on the change, 1-0. Weinbarger out of Winthrop started her career at Coastal Carolina and transferred up to Winthrop, redshirt junior last year. There's Chadwick at first. Rolled to third. The throw to first won't be in time. Caitlin Clark couldn't field it cleanly. And E5 will put 2 on with nobody out for the Skeeters. That's a tough break for Fia Zelenka because she just got Weinbarger. Now Muller's going to run. Here's Ava Castillo. 0 for 1, reached on an error and was hit. Makes a lot of sense. There she pulls back the bunt. I mean, if I'm the Skeeters, like, I want to win this game. I know we're all working on our stats and whatnot, but you want to win this series if you can. It matters for postseason. And the smart play here is to lay something down and move the runners. Bunted foul, 2-1. Three and one. Swing and a miss. Zelenka gets a necessary unproductive out. Scoreboard update over on the other field. Field 2 action, top 5. Uh-oh, Tom, we're way by you. 4-1 impact over the Finns. Tom gets all the long games. Kate Westmiller is 0 for 1 with a walk. Zelenka stays away on the first pitch, 1-0. Jammed foul off the fencing, 1-1. Kate Westmiller out of Longwood. Marysville, Michigan native, junior last year for the Lancers. Game 3 of this series. Circus won game 1. Skeeters won game 2. Look at this cue ball. Zelenka to third. What a play. Heady from the pitcher for the second out. And the spin off the bat took Zelenka to third base. So she didn't try and do too much. A little unlucky for Westmiller, if we're being honest. Adelaide Hawk. Hawk today 0 for 1 with an RBI. Fly out in the second, an RBI walk in the fourth. Tying run on base for the Skeeters. Hawk in the air towards right field. Catch made, a step or two in foul ground by the drifting right fielder for the Circus. I'm realizing now I don't have listed. I'm not sure who it is after some of the defensive changes. Was it Bunsey? Ah, McQuillan. Yes. Okay. I'm not sure who the center fielder is. Either way, we go to the seventh. 3-1, 2 left stranded by the Skeeters. All right, we've gotten everything sorted. The most important thing is the score. 3-1 Circus as we go to the seventh. And they'll look for insurance with Tim 1-2. Fia Zelenka, Lauren Fox, and Riley Stinson set to face Grace Rourke. Fia, 7 of 21 this summer with 2 RBIs, a double, 4 runs. She's been great in the circle. And she fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Oh my. A loud screech from the sound effects in the Skeeters dugout. So Rourke misses low and in, 1-1.
Emotional damage.
Fia Zelenka fouls that off, 2-2. Grace Rourke going to work, trying to keep the Skeeters in it. She's not giving up a run in relief. This is her 4th inning in the circle.
Yeah, we had 3-2.
Yeah, that's tough. It happens to us all. 3-2. It's okay, Fia. I don't know why it's been happening a lot in the last 36 hours. We had like a ton yesterday where people, including the umpires, had wrong counts. So Fia stepped back in after, I think, briefly thinking she'd drawn a walk. And a chance for Rourke. Now on the payoff. This will be a weird hopper to second base, but it's well played by the drifting Barton for the first out. Now up comes Lauren Fox, who's 1 for 3 with a double. That's fair. Got by Chadwick at third. Fox is thinking 2, and she'll slide in with her 2nd double of the day. Hot shot down the line. Just got right under the glove of Chadwick. And an insurance opportunity for the Circus. Riley Stinson grounded out in the 5th in her first plate appearance of the day. I almost clipped her. Stinson, the incoming freshman, going to Wichita Baptist. That's off the glove of Rourke, and nothing Redders can do. And that'll be an E1 to put runners on the corners. And here is Caroline Johnson. I hit her on the arm. Bases loaded. Just sudden trouble out of nowhere for Grace Rourke. Peyton Bragg grounded out in the 5th. Ball 1. Now, if Rourke gets out of this, you got momentum and the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 7th. So, you never know. But Grace Rourke has got to bear down. To short. Nice pick from Redders. There's the force at home. As Grace Rourke went all matrix to get out of the way. That's a big second out. Bringing up Caitlin Clark, who grounded out in the 6th. Ball 1. The 2-0's off the glove of Rourke. The throw from third is in time. Chadwick had to work. But Rourke gets out of the bases loaded jam without a run coming in, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Skeeters on the top of the order, set to face Fia Zelenka. The Circus looking to win the series with the Skeeters down by 2 at the top of the order due up. And a first pitch ball from Fia Zelenka to Jenna Redders. It's Redders, Barton, and Miller. Jenna Redders 0 for 2, a walk, a fly out, and a ground out. Rubber match of this series. And that rolled in and hit Redders. A miscue by Fia. And the tying run comes to the plate. Avery Barton, pop out single. Oh and 1. If Barton can reach and you get the tying run up with Avery Miller at the plate, things, Gracie, things. All storylines. 1 and 1. Right now you got Redders over at first. Jenna Redders does not have a stolen base. I wouldn't expect her to take off. But I've been surprised before. Barton in the air to right. It's going to stay in the yard. And now here comes the toughest out in the FGCL. Avery Miller. Fairly standard-ish game. 1 for 3 with a single, a ground out, and a strikeout looking. Yep. Backwards K was against Zelenka. Miller out to right, her second hit. Tying run on base. So the top 3 have done the job, and now the question is, can the next make it happen for the Skeeters? Tegan Riley's 0 for 2. Walk, fly out, strikeout. Zelenka got her on the changeup back in the 5th. See the adjustments for Riley, second time seeing her. Strike 1. Oh and 2. Look at Fia pounding the zone. That's an excellent block by Davison. 1 and 2. Morgan Kostler, head coach for the Skeeters, trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat here in game 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Called strike 3. Fia Zelenka with strikeout number 5 in relief. And the Skeeters are down to their final shot with Alexa Muller. She's hyped up this matchup, and now she has a chance to do something special. First pitch high. Couple strikeouts and a ground out for Muller. Such a good spot. 1 and 1. One and 2. Foul ball. 3-1 Circus, tying run at first base. The 1-2 from Zelinka is fouled again. Ooh, 2-2. It's good stuff. Alexa Muller trying to extend the ball game or walk it off. 2-2. Muller towards left. That'll drop. Base hit. A run will come in to score. The Skeeters are still alive here in the 7th. And I think Alexa Muller hit the deck rounding first. She's fine. More importantly, this is a 1-run ball game with the game-ending run at first base. Strike one to Lindsay Chadwick. For Alexa Muller, that was RBI number 3 this summer. Lindsay Chadwick 1 for 2 with a walk and a run. 1-1. Tying run on second, that's Miller. Winning run is Muller at first. Chadwick to second, and that'll do it. The pitching of the Circus steps up, and they win the rubber match 3-2 to take the series over the Skeeters. Three first-inning runs do the job, and then the combination of Wisniewski and Zelinka hold the line and get the win. And the Sarasota Circus will move to 3-9 on the summer. The Skeeters drop to 2-8. Katie Kistler said that she talked to the pitchers and said, y'all got to be better. And today they were. Wisniewski and Fia Zelinka, excellent in the win. That's it for us in the first of 3. Coming up in about 45 minutes, we'll have Sea Cows and Squeeze here on Field 1. For producer Gracie, I'm Gray as the Circus win it 3-2 over the Skeeters. We'll see you next time, everybody.